The SCT Big Air 90mm mass airflow sensor is available for any V8 Fox body or SN95 owner with a supercharged and custom-tuned setup that requires a bigger sensor than the stock option. Now this will be able to handle the bigger power that's coming in thanks to your forced induction setup, and it'll definitely get rid of some pegging issues you may be experiencing. The installation, as you can imagine, extremely straightforward, 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter, but we'll touch more about that later on. Now if you're running that blower setup on your V8, you're probably already aware of that pegging issue I just mentioned. Now pegging, if you're not fully aware, is basically the limit at which airflow can be read by your stock sensor, which basically puts a cap on how much power your motor can make. Now, with a blower setup, you're obviously shoveling air into your manifold, so it does require a bigger sensor like this 90mm here, which completely eliminates that pegging issue. Now, the 90mm option, while eliminating that bottleneck, will hold anywhere between 400 to 725 rear wheel horsepower on a centrifugal blower setup and up to 825 horsepower on a root style blower. Now, the stock mass airflow sensor has been known to start pegging around the 400 to 425 wheel horsepower range, so obviously very big differences here. You're pretty much doubling the capacity of what your airflow sensor can hold, so if you're running that kind of power or you plan on running that kind of power, this is definitely something you want to look into. So just about 200 bucks gets you this sensor here along with the housing, and in my personal opinion, a very well worth it price, and obviously a very necessary component to your engine bay if you're looking to run that kind of power. If you don't plan on running anywhere kind of north of 400, this is probably not going to be the one for you, as it can start to bog down an engine that doesn't need it. Keep in mind this was specifically designed for the blower and already tuned applications. Once you have this on your vehicle, you will require a retune, so you want to make sure you're working with your tuner on timing, because once you get this thing on, you'll have to have a tune ready to go. The install, as you can imagine, extremely straightforward stuff. All you'll need is a ratchet and socket set and a flathead screwdriver in about 30 minutes or so in the driveway. Definitely giving this one a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. First thing you want to do is disconnect the wiring harness from the factory sensor, and then use your ratchet and socket set to unbolt the housing from the cold air intake setup. From there, you can swap over to the other side and use a flathead screwdriver to unclamp the housing from the coupler. Remove that completely from the engine bay, swap it out with the SCT one, replace those bolts, plug in the harness again, tighten up the coupler, and you're good to go. If you're the owner of a V8 Fox body or SN95, you might want to check out the SCT Big Air 90mm mass airflow sensor / meter, which is available right here at AmericanMuscle.com.